What's going on, Dragon Ballers? Welcome back to another discussion video. This time, I am honored to have a guest on the channel. Everyone say hello to Eggman. How you doing tonight, Eggman?
I'm doing very well. How are you doing? On your birthday. Surprise. Happy birthday.
It is my birthday, the day of recording. That is pretty cool. But yeah, we're here to do a discussion video on the Power Booster set that's going to be coming out for Miraculous Revival. So people have gotten the Power Booster for set 4, Colossal Warfare, and there's some mixed emotions about it. I think it's pretty interesting how like stores were required to buy old product, which kind of sucks. Like I know my locals has a ton of Colossal Warfare still in stock. How do you feel about the kind of way they promoted this segment?
I think that's the idea was, yeah, a bunch of stores had a bunch of overstock, so this was an idea to fix it. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure how many stores still have a lot of set 5 left. I haven't really checked with my locals on that, but it's a good idea for that sense. But yeah, I'm kind of mixed. I really like the support of old cards. That's the biggest thing. I really like the pack that comes, but.
Yes, yeah, the Power Booster is dope. I mean, I've been so in love with, like, people know that watch my channel, they know I love like lineage. You've got like some slug lineage stuff, but you got a lot of cool decks in your channel. So I mean, I'm sure you're gonna go crazy with all the support. But
yeah, I'm not even ready for half the cards. So my only thing is if they're already gonna put 3 cards in the pack, just put all 5. Like, why not just make a whole set?
I know, right? Just give everyone.
It's a month is only so long. If you want to go to an event every weekend for that month and get a full set, you should be able to do that.
I know. But, and my locals isn't even doing that. I gotta travel this weekend to go get these cards. But besides the point,
there's only one location within 3 hours of me, and it's doing it the last weekend of February. So I'm just sitting out here for weeks while seeing everyone else with their fancy, fun new cards. But it'll be all right.
Really hope they. I really hope it's floods the market enough that the prices drop down, because the prices are pretty crazy right now. And I really hope these Miraculous Revival ones are foil, because the non-foil is just like a kick. It's like a kick in the teeth, I feel like. But
100%. But I think this is also really good for if you're interested in this. Make sure you tell your stores about this Series 5 one, because my local stores didn't really know about it, and that's why I'm not getting as many events.
Yeah, my locals were just like, well, we didn't think you guys would want to play sealed, because we were all like a bunch of old Yu-Gi-Oh players, and we were like, yeah, you're right. We don't really want to play sealed, but we want these freaking promos. But yeah, the set 5 thing, like you said, it might actually be more off the shelf, because set 5 had a lot of like brand new staple cards, like the new negates, the new super combos, new wish leaders. So that might be a little bit more off the shelf. So this might make more sense for this type of set. I wonder if they're going to do this for every set going forward. Now they're doing 2 in a row.
It'd be really interesting. Hopefully they kind of catch up with themselves, that they could be like pre-release things. Like I know how Yu-Gi-Oh does that. They have usually one promo, but for the pre-release they have that. So that'd be kind of fun to inspire people to get packs and stuff. Yeah,
definitely, and definitely anything that can kind of boost the secondary market. I feel like nowadays, honestly, the secondary market is getting a bit of a leg up. But yeah, anything they can do to kind of make it a little bit more worth it for people. But
yeah, this Goku is like the most expensive card since like probably like Bardock or set 4 something. It's been a hot minute.
Yeah, seriously. What's it sitting at now? Like 40, something like that.
Yeah, I'm expecting it to go down as the month goes on, and luckily there aren't a lot of big events that it will be relevant for, but there are some that people will have to get this card for.
And let's just ask for the viewers that want to go out and see you. Are you planning on going to any of the celebration events?
I am currently planning to go to the Chicago one.
Oh, sick! So am I. That's awesome.
Oh, awesome! Cool. All right. Yeah, 99% sure. My fiance is having surgery earlier that month, but assuming everything goes fine in that, I'm planning to go. So, looking forward to see you there as well. That would be a lot of fun. So
for sure, and I'm sure everything's gonna go well with her. And then, are you going to Atlanta or Vegas in the next 2 weeks?
I am not, because I am stuck in Kansas. So
fair enough.
I will be. They'll have a St. Louis event again this season. I'm pretty sure they will, but
yeah, they got to hit up the Midwest a little bit more. A little bit more.
And so, Texas is not the Midwest for anyone who's thinking it. It is not.
I'm sorry. all I know is like East Coast, West Coast, and I'm just like totally oblivious to everything in the middle. I'm so sorry.
But, no. I just we got a lot of Texas events, which are great, but they're still 10 hours from me. So
yikes, dude. Yikes. But yeah, so what we're going to do in this video is we're going to talk about some speculation, see like what kind of support we want to see for each of the colors. So in the set 4 Power Booster, there was pretty much like one good booster card for every color, and I'm really happy with all the support of each color. I think it's all pretty playable and pretty good.
It's very fun.
Yeah, especially that Piccolo. Like I feel like a lot of people are sleeping on that Piccolo. Like the fact that it brings out a Namekian or a U7 is like really insane. Like a turn 3 Battle Cost Vegeta just drawing mad cards, or a turn 3 Comics Power Piccolo. It's pretty solid.
Yeah, and even though the effects are negated, some of them are just good without the effects. And they're like the barrier blocker android like for free. That's really good. So
and it's only negated for a turn, right?
Yep, it's only for your turn, so it's active on your opponent's next turn.
Yeah, so when that Comics Piccolo lives, it's gonna be insane. But yeah, we're
Yes.
just gonna go down the list. I got the card list pulled up here. We're just gonna go down the color list and kind of talk about the different support we want to see for the future of this set 5 booster, power booster. So
yeah. Assuming that it will be the same, that they pick one archetype from each color and they make some sort of support card for it.
Right. So we'll start with red. I think Eggman's following along on his computer. So what are you looking for? Yamcha support or Pilaf support for red?
I think you missed the most important, bandages support. I love that little engine. I think it's really cool, and I've seen a lot of people play around with it. And I don't. The big thing I think the archetype is missing is it's really hard to get Spike, the 2-drop, to get KO'd since it doesn't have blocker. And if your opponent knows, like, you can you swap into the Grandpa Gohan with it, it's just going to sit there for a really long time. So. Something I think would be nice would be some additional way to KO that card,
like proactively.
Yeah, proactively. Yeah, I kind of made a little bit of a note. What I was thinking, like, there was like a Goku, like a 2-drop Goku that was red, that just, it was like 15k, 10k, something like that. That said, when you play this card, you can KO one of your battle cards, and if you do, it gets like double strike or something. So
yeah, kind of like this 3-drop ape they have here, where it's like KO one of your guys and it restands. But yeah, more of that kind of stuff would be really cool.
And I think it'd be kind of to the lore, because Goku and Spike fight, and Goku wins, and being able to KO Spike for because he doesn't have any darkness in his heart, something like that. I don't remember the.
Yeah, I don't quite remember the specifics of it, but yeah. And what else is really cool is that bandages is a 1-drop blocker, so that actually just like inherently protects him from something like mass sand, for example. So like you can't like mass sand him away to get around his effect, but like where Spike you can mass sand him away and kind of get around his effect that way. So yes, if he would have a blocker, it would have been really, really cool. But
and so giving a way to blow up it, make it activate it on your own turn would be really cool. So
absolutely,
that's what my thing was.
My pick for red was a better boss monster for red Pilaf. So this King Piccolo Terra Unleashed, it's just pretty lackluster, honestly. I mean, it's cool. It's a 3-drop, 20k double strike. It can swing twice potentially, but it doesn't do enough. Like I think that the deck has a really relatively good early game with Oolong. Like drawing 2 cards for a 2-drop is like really solid, and it's a 15k beater on top of that. But yeah, I think it needs a better end game. Like King Piccolo Terra Unleashed is just not doing it for me.
Yeah, they just made like 2 cards and like boom, that's how we finish the game. And it's not like a 4-drop like this won't really finish it. What can you do? You can make a 35k double strike that can restand once, right?
Yeah.
But I don't. Yeah, that seems really lackluster, and it's proven to be very lackluster as well.
Yeah, absolutely. They need a better end game. That's the thing too. Like you can go a couple different ways with decks in this game. Like you can either build upon like the Oolong thing, where you're just an advantage deck and you just draw crazy amounts of cards. And that's the one thing too, is that like no Wish deck in this game as of right now draws as much as like the Black Shadow Leader does, right? So
and that's why it's the only one that people play, right? Because it has ways to get to a win condition and a win condition all in one.
Exactly. It can turn almost any card on your board into a win condition, and it just generates pluses, which like I feel like the red Pilaf deck does neither of, and it'd be nice if it did one or the other. Next color we got is gonna be blue. Wish Gohan. I'm excited to talk about this one, but I'll let you go first because I got a pretty outlandish idea for this.
All right. So mine's pretty lame because it's the 2 ideas I thought was of course Gogeta, and I think they'd have to be pretty careful about if they make any more Gogeta support, because a lot of people are already feeling like it's super powerful. So I thought that there could be some sort of like Veku, or some sort of like the skinny Veku. Some sort of fusion for that. I'm not sure. The other thing I could think about is Janemba. The Janemba chain didn't really get Mill Janemba took off, but the original kind of was it like Warp Janemba?
Yeah, really it's burst, and then it's also just like like kind of like that tag in tag out chain kind of thing.
So I was thinking like I guess mine's kind of outlandish too. Like it would be like a 2-drop Janemba that would say like if this card's sent to the warp, you put it back in play in rest mode. So with some of the Janemba cards, you can warp it and it warps back, and also maybe have it when it's on the field. It reduces the cost of a Janemba in your hand, something like that.
That'd be cool.
Probably too crazy and too loop heavy, but I think Janemba would be the one that needs support from the blue archetype.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I think that Yeah, I think sometimes it's really steep to cast a lot of the Janembas for 4. And I honestly the self mill Janemba leader is one of my favorite like fun decks to play because I love dropping that SPR 5 drop. But yeah, no, it could use a little bit more of a boost to just get a little stronger. My go to was for the Wish Gohan leader. So he's a really cool leader. I think he's
he was the first one I experimented with. I thought he was going to be really strong.
Yeah, he's really cool. I mean, I think it's a toss up between him and Wish Frieza for second best Wish leader at set 5. Arguably because Gohan's blue, he has a pretty big leg up. But I mean, his main win con on the back is Restand 3 energy, 15k critical, and a lot of times people combo that with the 5-drop Shenron to give him triple strike. So that's a big combo there. But with the loss of Unyielding Spirit Trunks, actually, this leader took a really big hit. I should have actually talked about this leader. I should have talked about this leader when I did my winners and losers video. But yeah, this guy took a big hit from the loss of Unyielding Spirit Trunks. So what I was thinking was it would be really cool if there was just an in-archetype Unyielding Spirit Trunks for this leader only. You'd have to put it only this leader though, because otherwise it would just be the same problem. It'd be too busted. Like you can't even really say like blue Shenron leader because you don't want it to get out of hand in any future thing.
Or maybe I don't know. Desire maybe. Nah, that'd probably be too powerful.
Well, the idea I think is you want to just get you want to untap energy as much as possible so you can abuse Call of Justice, right? So you have Dragon Radar to grab back Call of Justice, and then you can just untap with Sense of Being and untap with the in archetype Unyielding Spirit Trunks, just to keep extending your plays. I think you want to just attack with his leader as much as possible.
Sure.
So that'll be my piece of support.
Yeah, he's really powerful though. I think he needs a little bit more limelight action for sure. Yeah,
his main deck stuff, scrolling down the list, is actually pretty weak. I guess the way the set is constructed, I guess the Gogeta stuff is technically his main deck stuff because it's just that blue bulk stuff, but or maybe the Gotenks stuff. But yeah, I mean that's more generic rather than really assisting the leader personally, in my opinion.
Yeah, and he's like the only Wish leader that can attack himself, right? Because the other ones, or no, he can. The other ones can attack, but he's the only one
that gains a Dragon Ball.
Yeah, off his own attack, and then also just untapping energy as a Wish leader he's the only one who can really do that too.
Yeah, the untap 3 is still very powerful. He's one of the Wish leaders where if you're going to actually use their ulti, that's one of the ones you can consider using if you have a good enough play for it. But yeah, I think the ability to untap more energy just to keep abusing Call of Justice is the way that leader wants to go.
Yeah.
And I think people would freak out if they did a miraculous revival power booster that is basically Unyielding Spirit Trunks. I'd be like, what? This is insanity. But I think you have to landlock it.
Feel our videos for a couple weeks, right?
Absolutely, give us some free content. Yeah. All right, now we're at green, and this is one I'm excited to talk about. But I'll let you start it off.
All right, you're gonna have to start the other two because I'm getting all the starts. But the thing that came to mind was the green GT Goku. The 5-drop just seems super unconnected to the rest of the archetype. It's just the 5-drop that needs the Pilaf leader,
right?
And so some way to kind of maybe ramp him out, or my idea was just to have a 2-drop GT Goku that said all your GT green Gokus have evolved specific 3 green or something like that. Some way to that a green Goku that works with all the other 2-drop GT stuff, but can also evolve into the 5-drop. I think would be cool.
Yeah, no, I can see that. And my support actually is also for the green Pilaf leader. Anyone who's seen my video on the channel before is I love that's another one of my favorite fun decks. It just abuses your 3-drop Broly into the 6-drop Broly, and then your top end is that 5-drop Goku. And I have a little bit of a different opinion than you. I think that the 5-drop Goku is actually a really, really good boss monster. I mean, comes down, double strike, deflect, negate everything on the board, KO everything doesn't have barrier, and then if your opponent has those deadly defenders or Vegetos, you can just swing right past them, and it has dual attack, so that's 4 damage on its own. What I think this deck really needs is some more low drops that build early game advantage. Honestly, if you look at the 2-drop Trunks, I think that let's say that card said add 2 Dragon Balls to your hand rather than mill 2 Dragon Balls, I think that would have perfectly been fine and okay as long as you landlock it maybe
and he's so great. People were at first teching this card in just for how versatile he was.
Yeah, exactly, his recursion of desires and whatnot. So I think you need some more early game advantage in this deck, and then your top end finisher with the twin onslaught SS4 could just be a lot stronger. So that would be my pick for it.
Yeah, and I don't think the 5-drop is. I think the 5-drop is really cool and really powerful, but I think getting to turn 5 was the big hiccup for him, especially.
Oh yeah, I can definitely
in a green deck with a lot of defense. So and that's why I was thinking about the Goku. A 2-drop Goku that could go into it just for ramp, but can also be what does the desire do? It's kind of Green got really screwed.
Oh,
over
his
with
own
desires.
archetype desire is so bad.
Yeah,
it's so
like,
bad. If your leader, I'm looking at it right now. If your leader card's a green Shenron card, choose up to one of your battle cards, place in the owner's drop area. Choose up to one green Son Goku GT with energy cost 2 or less in your drop area and play it. So basically, you can just play the vanilla from your drop area by KOing one of your own guys.
Yeah, without actually KOing it for Bandage's stuff. But
yeah.
Yeah, that's just, like, and I don't know, like desires are kind of weird where you kind of want them to be really expensive, so you get a lot of tempo from using it for free, and just having like a 1-drop that, like, even if this said play a green Goku without having to discard a guy, it still would be really underpowered, I feel like.
Yeah, just playing a 20k vanilla like for 1 energy it's cool, but it's not busted. Like there's no reason for that extra cost in my opinion either.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is one of the cards.
Hidden feelings too, like that card's like, what are they thinking?
Yeah, this is correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is one of the only ones that your leader does not have to be a Shenron in order to activate.
Oh, you are right. You would be correct.
I think that's the case, and that's pretty interesting. I mean, I think this was actually made more for androids or anything else, but a friend of mine actually let me interview him about his Shenron android aggro deck, which was pretty cool. I mean, this deck is pretty cool with that kind of stuff, but yeah, Unthinkable Fate is really, really bad. What I've been thinking about a lot lately actually is that 5-drop Goku in the new Chile Wish deck, which seems really cool. I haven't really put a build together yet, but I mean, all it requires is a green Shenron leader, and that could be a really good top end for that kind of deck. Yeah,
that's a really good point too. I hadn't thought of that.
All right, now we come over to yellow, and I'll take the start off this one.
Please.
So I was actually looking at the Roshi leader and like kind of his whole theme. Like I think Wish Frieza is like good. I couldn't necessarily think of anything that I would want to do to boost its power without being too OP. You know, it's already got free. It's a 2-drop. It's got a 2-drop recursion wish for any 4-drops. So I thought that was pretty powerful. But the Roshi leader is kind of just pack filler at this point. I feel like it's really not doing a whole lot. So I thought maybe they could do like some yellow Earthling support to kind of complement red Earthling stuff. You know, maybe you can play the red Yamcha Earthling stuff in tandem with the yellow Roshi leader, with it being an Earthling and whatnot. And they can kind of do something like they did with yellow and green Namekians, but maybe not kind of you know, make it suck. You know, they can maybe like make it a little less restrictive, because I think that's one of the big things holding back the yellow Namekian stuff. It's a little bit too restrictive.
Sure. Yeah, I think that's true. And just looking at these cards again, like there's no like synergy with any of these cards. They're just cards with effect that just happen to be yellow.
Yeah, like,
and that's
attack
really
rest
weird.
a guy, like that's super generic for yellow.
Yeah, and so my idea is just a 4-drop Frieza. I didn't really think of any good effects for it, but I thought it was really weird that and I guess it makes sense because they're 4-drop Friezas from other sets, but the Desires said, you know, choose one Frieza and with it cost of 4 or less, but they only printed 3-drop or less Friezas. So
yeah, it is pretty interesting, especially how like this game I feel like usually is very, very thematic, and I really like that about the game. But the fact that really your only 4-drop you're bringing back are usually the Mecha Friezas, which are like it's like it happened before he got resurrected by Sorbet, you know what I mean? There's the promo one that brings out the 7-drop, which is the most thematic one you can play, I guess. But yeah, kind of weird.
But nothing since the print of the card really would benefit from coming out of it.
Exactly. Yeah, I know. I totally agree.
So, and I guess they could do Ginyu stuff. That's also weird.
Yeah, Ginyu stuff for that leader, like some free Wish Ginyu stuff. If they ever printed some like way to drop the Captain Ginyu, the yellow one, like that could be pretty easily abusable. But that's a topic.
Yeah,
for day.
They can do it with like if you play the frog turn 1 and then have exactly 3 yellow, you can get them out. But still, that's right, because you can choose one Ginyu with energy cost 3 from your deck and play it. Does that work for the promo one?
No, I think it's only I think that only summons a vanilla.
Oh, yeah, because it's the curly brackets. Yeah, so it's specifically that sucks.
Yeah. So we're coming down to black now, the last color of the set, where they're probably, if they do decide to do 5 power booster cards, it's going to be black will be one of them. So I definitely don't think Shenron needs any type of direct support in this at all. I mean, granted, it's also not like a main card in the actual set. So, you know, that's besides the point. But I definitely think this Black Mass Sand Leader could use a leg up. What that would look like, I'm not 100% sure yet. I think it just needs better black battle cards to grab back. Like, its backside effect is pretty cool. It's a different way to get a +1, which I think is interesting. But there's just nothing you really want to grab back that's worth playing this leader. So, I mean, what are your thoughts?
So the only thing I could think of was like the other archetype was like like Zeno Gokus, and so and I think in the show they go what Zeno Goku and Zeno Vegeta fuse, right? And so some fusion with them would be really cool, but I can't really think of a good way to do it. Like if it was like Union Potara, it'd be okay, but I can't remember. Do you know what I'm talking about in Xenoverse?
Well, I think that happens. I think this all happens in Dragon Ball Heroes, right?
Yeah.
I watched the cutscenes once or twice, but I don't remember exactly what happens.
Yeah, I don't remember if they go into Gogeta or Vegito, but if they can't, right now there's not a Vegeta Xeno and Goku Xeno with the same power,
right?
So they can't do that. But yeah, I don't know. Black Mass Saiyan seems really cool, but I can't think of really a black battle card that would benefit from being added to your hand. So
yeah, seriously,
I think
they really handicapped themselves. Like they made like the fact that it's burst on the backside as well really makes it only able to play a really short game.
Yep. Yeah, like the only card I can think of is like getting the 4-drop Shenron and then untapping 2 energy and then you did it.
Sick.
You drew a card for 2 energy.
Set up for next turn and then your Shenron just gets wiped and you just get blown out. But yeah, and then one card that I think is probably the most underutilized Deadly Defender is this black Deadly Defender Son Goku, which like I think a deck like Demigra, if there was a more efficient way to drop this card, I think it'd actually benefit a lot from this card, but it's one of the hardest ones to get out into the board.
Yeah, they need to make just if the card is just some generic like good 4-drop black card, then I'm fine because then I can use the Demigra from this the set 4 power pack. So because there's not a lot of cards, there's a lot of cards that it can get, but since it's if you use the promo to evolve into it, you're kind of stuck with black, and there's not a lot of generic good black cards because a lot of them are just overrealm. So.
Right. I keep seeing, I think I saw it last week and I chuckled a little bit. Like people still ask like, where does it say in the rule book that you can't have a mono black deck? And it's like, no, it doesn't say that anywhere in the rule book. It's just really hard to build a mono black deck right now. So I think it'd be really cool if they got some more support. But playing mono black, you do have access to all of the, whatchamacallums, the silver bullets. So that's one thing they got going for him. Let me ask you a question.
The entire meta.
Let me ask you a question. How do you feel about Dragon Ball Seeker Bulma?
Dragon Ball Seeker Bulma, is that the
1-drop Bulma that dumps a Dragon Ball from your deck once per turn?
I think it was okay. That's about it. I think it's good for decks that are afraid of awakening fast, and I think it was necessary for the first kind of part of this archetype. But once they realized that people could awaken or wish on turn 2 or 3, she wasn't very necessary.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you. She's okay, but I think like for those decks like I talked about earlier, like I want like the red peel off and the green peel off to have like more early game advantage cards, and I don't have that. And I always play like whenever I play those decks for fun, I always play Dragon Ball Secret Bulma because I feel like it's so important to, even though you're not plussing off of it, I feel like it's so important to get the Dragon Balls to drop. Otherwise, like if you don't open multiple Dragon Balls, you're literally not going to awaken until turn like 5, and it just gets absurd.
Yeah, and the red and the yellow. They're the 1-drops that get to your hand. There's the
Mai and the Sorbet.
The Mai, yeah. So those archetypes wouldn't need it, but I could see it being needed for like I guess specifically the green one. If you really need more Dragon Balls with Gohan, you can use the Desire to have him untap and attack again. But, yeah, I think was a card that was going to get power crept on turn day 1 when it was released. So
yeah, totally. Yeah, it's kind of like a card they want to test the waters with. Like if it would have added a Dragon Ball generically, I think it would have been good. I don't think it would have been busted, but I'm glad they're taking this more like kind of hesitant approach and trying to balance things. I really do like that.
Yes, with most cards, like with Shenron's, still the best Wish Leader. 2 sets later, probably still be the best Wish Leader, but I do appreciate kind of slow starting on other things. So that's just how I see it.
Yeah, definitely, I agree. So we've pretty much hit all the colors. Any final thoughts you want to say?
Nope. I hope they're fun. And once again, like the bar's been raised pretty high with what these set 4 cards are going to be. So I hope they hit the bar, but should be a lot of fun either way.
Absolutely, and maybe, who knows, maybe they'll watch this video and take some ideas from us.
Yes.
But that'd be really cool. So guys, in closing thoughts, if you guys are new to my channel, definitely hit the subscribe button, give this video a like, and Eggman's channel is also going to be in the description of this video, so definitely give him a follow as well. Definitely recommend his content. Check him out.
And at time recording, I'm almost at 1,000. When I do, I'm doing a giveaway, so if you like free stuff, just hit a button.
Yep, you can hit a button, you can get the free thing, and you can unfollow him. No, I'm just kidding. But definitely stay followed. But yeah, giveaways are awesome, so definitely take part in that. We actually both have Discords, which we're both part of each other's Discords as well. Stage 0 with Eggman and Android. If you guys know who Android is, you probably do. And my channel's Discord as well. So definitely give both of those a check out. You can get. I'll put the link for Eggman's Discord in the description as well, and you guys can check that all out. We're trying to give you guys all the Dragon Ball Super stuff you could ever possibly need, and I think we're doing a pretty good job. So, yeah.
And if you guys have any ideas for these cards too, please leave them in the comments below. We'd love to read them and see what you guys come up with.
Absolutely, absolutely. Eggman will definitely be looking at the comments of this video to talk back to you guys. So with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. My name's Joey, and Eggman joined us tonight, and we'll see you guys next time.
See ya.
Hold up. You still here? I already gave you a video, man. I'm just trying to chill, do weave stuff, play Minecraft. Give me a sub up above. Watch some other videos, and, you know, shoo, fly.